spectacle, a cavalcade of dancing lights trying to hype this crowd into a frenzy, and it's working because they know what a huge matchup is in store. Welcome to the home of the Clemson Tigers, Death Valley in Clemson, South Carolina. As we'll see a squad from the Mountain West, the Hawaii Rainbow Warriors, taking on the 7th-ranked team in the land, the Clemson Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Tigers have been waiting, and finally the moment is coming, and the opening of the season. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Rainbow Warriors offense going to get the chance to start this game off. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Bought a little time, lets it go. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Davis looking to pass. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. If you plan to deal with the Tigers, you better be able to handle their defensive front. They have a whole legacy of this dating back to the fridge, William Perry.
Big old legacy, and it seems like every year they rotate so many guys that are so highly recruited, so good. Just great players. They're always big and strong and fast and physical, and they get after your quarterback.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Finds space on the right. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. The Rainbow Warriors getting set on 1st and 10. The give to the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
And the Rainbow Warriors are on the move. Looking to throw on 1st down. Now adjusting. Unloads to the wideout. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Back to pass on 2nd down. Fires to the wideout. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. They get him on the ground after the turnover, but there is a flag on the field, and we'll see if that will be a reprieve for this offense. And the pass interference penalty is costly, wiping out the turnover. They've really controlled the ball on this drive, and the penalty gives them another 1st and 10. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Davis will throw. This time he's got him.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. What that means is keeping 3rd downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play call.
And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete.
And this offense stays aggressive, and they pass the football. I think you can always look back and say, 3rd and short, I'd love for you to run it and be the more physical team. But nice job sticking up and bowing their necks for this team.
Big tight end makes the grab. It's a 1st down. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the 1st down. All wideouts, no backs. Looking to throw on 1st down. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion.
And he was off target there, but I tell you what, I'll expect to see more of that. They do a really good job in this offense of getting the running back the football in the passing game. Just let him make plays, let him be a difference maker, ball getting to him in space. So I expect we'll see more of that throughout this game.
It's getting loud in here, and they may raise the dues on MT if they can stop him on 3rd. Breaks into the open. Does doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. They're not into threes. They want sixes. And to keep this drive alive, they'll need to get it on fourth down. A bold decision to go for it on fourth down and one that did not pay off. So Clemson's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. Let's take a quick second to call the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. We just need to see what they do today.
And they pick up just a few on that completion. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Back to throw, it's Klubnik. That's reeled in, it's Brown. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. After the short completion, do they go for the big one on third down? From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed over the middle, it's Williams. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45. And the Tigers come to the line in the hurry-up. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. There he goes. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. They knock him down after the takeaway, and a big play for this defense.
Man, that's kind of a kick to the gut because you think, oh, how can I get this game started conservatively, not turn the ball over, get the positive momentum, get that first hit out, and the first carry, your running back sticks it on the floor, defense recovers. That is not the start you drew up.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down. Trying to pick up a first down. He'll take it himself. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Well, I don't know what the quarterback saw on that last play, but he made a pretty quick decision that he was just going to tuck it and run it, and his offensive coordinator is glad he did. How about the speed by the QB on that play?
He's got an open man. And they'll get enough for the first down, and that's how things will come to a close here in the first quarter.
First down for the offense.
It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. Well, based on that, we can hope to see a little more offensive explosion here in the second quarter as we get ready to get things started. So first down here as they go back to work. Might be calling a hot route. Davis looking to pass. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
We just have not seen this offense look very sharp so far in this game, running or throwing it. In the second half, throwing it specifically, I think they need to find a better rhythm. You've got to find a way to get some completions strung together.
That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. The Rainbow Warriors will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. Looking to throw. He's got him. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play, in prime position for a score. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Now on the move. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Looking for the touchdown on 3rd and goal. And they will score! Touchdown, Rainbow Warriors! Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. A score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They're trying to put something, anything together to get that goose egg off the scoreboard down 7-0. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. On the ground, it's Haynes. Oh, he's got some space. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down. There's an idea that Clemson can only run the ball when they sort of trick you and get you in space, but they're showing a lot of versatility now.
Yeah, I think the word you were looking for was finesse. They've been a finesse offense, more about tempo and body blows than it is about, you know, being physical up front. But this unit does get that physicality and get that ground game and a good offensive line. I think that's when you see the best of the Clemson Tigers.
For a quarterback as highly touted as Cade Klubnik was, I think he would even tell you he started slowly, but man, the progression, the improvement has been exponential, Jesse.
It has, Reese, and he's played big in big games as of late. You think back to last year's ACC championship game, and then I would argue his game against Texas, even in the loss in the playoff, that might have been his best game of the season, making throw after throw. You can see why he was so highly recruited, and if he plays up to that standard week in, week out, Clemson's going to be really tough to beat.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to throw. It's Clubton. The screen, and watch out. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
And a great job by the defense seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting the fast playmaker on the ground.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Extending the play. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. We're at the 2-minute timeout. It's been a good one so far. Opportunity for this offense perhaps to take the lead before halftime. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. It's complete to the right. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Guys, you never want to sound the upset alert bell too early, but might be time to at least know where the button is for it.
Know where the button is, and listen, there's no need to panic yet, but if you're the unranked team, just like this, when you're playing a better team, you want to come in and you want to hang around, Jesse, and they're doing just that, staying in this game and have a lead.
Yeah, the unranked team, they've been playing with more intensity in this one, and I think if you're a leader right now on the ranked squad, you've got to be talking to your guys and waking everybody up. This coaching staff is going to have to make some halftime adjustments, but they're going to have to give an earful to their guys to come out here in the second half and start making some plays.
And the Rainbow Warriors will have it 1st and 10. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. So now it's 2nd and long. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Davis will throw. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. UTSA looked less like a pack of road runners and more like a group of road warriors in a solid victory. This team almost always plays tough in San Antonio, and today they found a way outside of the Alamo Dome. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Looking downfield on 1st down. With the catch, it's Williams. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. The Tigers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Caught close to the marker. It's Williams. They'll immediately call timeout.
And a nice job finding my wide receiver. And then how about the wide receiver turning into a running back, getting upfield, getting some positive yards, and getting the 1st down.
Wants to throw on 1st down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Back to throw, it's Klubnik. Safe completion on the screen. Maybe a 3-yard pickup there, 3rd and long coming up. The Tigers want to move quickly. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Grab near the sticks. It's Brown. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Caught over the middle. It's Brown. Brought down at the 26-yard line after a pickup of 10 yards on the play, and it'll be a 1st down. Clock winding towards 0. They'll get one more snap off. Finds the tight end, and he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. On 2nd down, they'll try the field goal to get the points before halftime. And this one only 35 yards out, but not straight away. This one from the left hash. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. This is now a 7-point game.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellas, yeoman's work so far in Death Valley, and welcome into the halftime report. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today.
The Rainbow Warriors will kick it off to start the second half. Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Out of the gun to give to the back. Pass the sticks, and he may get more. Got a lot of room to the right. Touchdown, Clemson.
the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the second level of the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Hawaii offense returns to the field. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. They'll run it from the gun. Find some space, enough to get 5 to the 22.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good gain, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
Beneath the shadow of Howard's Rock, Death Valley is rocking, trying to help the Tigers on third down. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. A couple of yards short of the first down in your own territory, but they are going to go for it on 4th. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. That time they were in their own territory. That took some lower intestinal fortitude.
It definitely did. And listen, if that's what you're going to be, that's who you're going to be. You're going to be that kind of offense and be aggressive, then stick with who you are. And apparently, nowadays, going for it on your own end, it really ain't nothing anymore.
And the Rainbow Warriors in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Davis looking to pass. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
The Rainbow Warriors come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. The offense with a major gamble here, going for it inside their own 40. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Caught in the backfield, it's Harris. Will not get there. A 4th down stop. He'll start this drive firing. Makes the grab. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Makes the catch. Turning it on. Touchdown Tigers. And that one will put them up here in the 2nd half. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Hawaii has it back as they send the offense onto the field. They'll go to work, trailing 17-10 and hoping to put together a productive drive. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Under fire. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. And the Rainbow Warriors will line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Catch in the middle, it's Brown. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line. Clemson has just been prolific at the receiver position. More scheme or more talent? I'd argue it's both, David.
Yeah, I argue more talent over the years, just dudes on the outside that win. And you know what? I think Clemson, as much as anybody in the country, has always featured those guys. And you want to play one-on-one with those guys, or you want to give them a cushion, like they'll throw it right now. And they've always believed in those guys out wide. And you know what? They usually come through for them.
I know a lot of people are going to look at that play and say, man, that was a bad play. Didn't gain any yards. But that could be the offense maybe setting something up. The play caller is going to remember that last play. He's going to remember how the defense reacted to it, made a quick tackle. They might pump that throw and then hit another player vertically down the field for an explosive play down the line. Just keep that in mind.
Clemson set up with another first down. They'll throw it from the red zone. He's got it on the move. Touchdown, Tigers. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I'll tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Hawaii ready to go back to work on offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude,
Breaks into the open. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Davis will throw. Unloads to the wideout. Wide open downfield. They make the tackle, but not before he finishes off this third period with a big play. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. As we start the fourth quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. They go back to work in the final period of this one. To the air on first down. Finds his big tight end. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Hawaii!
man, this guy is an elite tight end. This guy is a dude. He keeps making plays like this. We're going to start comparing him to Brock Bowers and Kyle Pitts. The run after the catch, the big body, the athletic ability. He has it all.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt. Find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute. Build this lead a little bit bigger. Put this thing away in the fourth quarter.
He's stuffed after picking up one to the 23. This is the type of play that could be a pivotal moment. Tight game, third and long coming. Got it in the middle, it's Brown. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
He has been the go-to guy on offense all game long. And under critical third down here in the fourth quarter, surprise, surprise, guess who they go to? That guy.
Quickly out to the tight end. He makes the stop at the 48. That'll be enough for a first down and a pickup of 10. And the Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Quarterback on the keeper. There he goes. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. 2-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Looking to throw, it's Klubnik. Finds his tight end. Makes the tackle at the 23-yard line. Give him 10 yards and enough for the first down. And here comes play number 6 of the drive. Pulls it and fires to the left. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. The give to the running back from the shotgun. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. The Tigers, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. A disappointing start to this season as they open 0-1.
Tough way to start, but you see it so many times throughout a season. People start slow, figure out who they are, get better as the season goes on, and your dream's still very much ahead of you.
And the sky's not falling right now. You're just 0-1. There's no need to panic. You don't have to try and reinvent the wheel. What you got to do is go back. You got to watch the film.
When you're ranked in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Aloha from Honolulu and home of the Hawaii Rainbow Warriors. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on a team from the Mountain West, the Hawaii Rainbow Warriors. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Rainbow Warriors will get us started with the opening kickoff. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Bulldogs offense will take the first swing of the game. What a great group of receivers they run out there, and a staunch, stout defense they'll be running into. Jesse, how are they going to get open? How does this defense keep them in check?
Well, I think one thing this receiving group knows to have success in this game against this defense is it's going to take all of them. It's not just going to be one guy making all the plays. They're all going to have to be able to step up and, David, take advantage of their own individual one-on-one opportunities when those chances come their way.
Well, and I think that's what's good about this offense. Their strength in numbers. It's not just one guy that you can take away. There's several receivers that can make plays. That stresses a defense. Like, find the weakness, go after him. That guy can win. So it'll be a fun individual matchup.
They'll stop him just short of the first down marker on the screen.
Gotta love this play call early in the football game. Like, the quarterback, get in a rhythm, run a screen play, get it to a playmaker, create some space, move the sticks, get a first down. Nice start for this offense.
They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. They punted away on 4th down. He's got it. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. So Hawaii's offense will take the field for the first time. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass in coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the fan. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups, which makes it hard to run offense. And this is a group that, yes, they tackle well, they see the football well, they break on it well. You better worry about the ground game. You better get some kind of deception going against this secondary.
He'll do it himself. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Got a man, it's Harris. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be 1st down. And the Rainbow Warriors are moving quickly down the field. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Davis looking to pass. Plucks it out of the air. And he's still running after the move. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. Wants to adjust the pattern. He's looking to throw. Looking for the goal line. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Warriors! Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the kick is good, but there is a penalty flag because he paid for making that kick. I think they're going to get him for roughing the kicker. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Looking to throw on 1st down. Catch in the middle. It's dealt. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the 1st down. The modest gain on the completion really shows why you want to run the zone, make them execute, and rally to the ball.
100%. Zone eyes on the quarterback. I see him throw the football, break on it, go make tackles, live to fight another down.
They make the tackle, but he's got enough to give Georgia a 1st down.
It's a good-looking run, and I'll say this. I know Georgia's always been known to run the football. They always want to be really physical, but it starts up front. They always seem to have great units on the offensive line, guys that communicate and guys that get pushed. And they've put many running backs into the NFL, but it's because of these big old hog mollies up front.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Off play action. Fires to the tight end. Oh, he's got some space. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41. Georgia ready to dial it up on another 1st down. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Picks up the 1st down, still moving. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays. Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. They'll send the tight end in motion. Might as well give it to him again. Running into the open space. And he picks up enough for the first down. We'll see if they get another snap here in the first quarter.
Near the 6-yard line.
Guys, it is Hawaii who will carry the lead to the quarter break. And we've come to the end of one. And let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Can the D deny them on second and goal? The run up the middle, looking for the score. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on third down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on third down.
Here comes the heat. Touchdown, Georgia! They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone.
A big question mark for this offense coming into the year, guys. Who could score touchdowns? Who are going to be their biggest playmakers on offense? This guy scored in the first game. He's off to a great start in this one with that touchdown. This guy looks like the real deal.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Kansas State looked like a serious force in what can only be described as a dominant win. This is a program that's won before, and they might just add some more hardware before this year is out. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still two quality programs. Proof the sport is at...
Pulls it in on the right. He was on his way. He could smell it. He gets it inside the 10. They stop him at the 9. The Rainbow Warriors have it in scoring position on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. They keep pushing forward, now back to work on second and goal from the 6. The offense changing the play. Davis will throw. Trying to pull his way in. Almost in, but they'll say he didn't make it, inches away from the touchdown.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You've got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You've got to be aggressive, and you've got to make tackles.
He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. And as they come to the line of scrimmage, they're passing on the field goal, but look, sneaks it into the end zone.
In a fourth and goal situation, bring in the beef. The goal line package, all the heavy guys, the tight ends, and just pound the rock when you need it. Running back falling forward, getting the touchdown. Offense just went big on your booty.
On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Use the play fake, now to throw. He lofts one down the sideline. Makes the grab inside the 30. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown Bulldogs. Setting up for the extra point and the tie.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
The Hawaii offense returns to the field. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
It was a nice job in play calling too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy look. needs so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Thing looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
And that's why you always want to be pursuing the football. QB scrambling, he rolls out to the right, but don't quit if you're on defense. Get somebody after the QB. They got to him, they hit him, and forced the incompletion.
And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Nice completion, nice short gain. Now it sets up third down. And wait a minute, third down now becomes, we're going to go for it on fourth down anyways, so it really doesn't matter that much. Great job getting a little chunk. Now we get to go have some fun.
Now facing a third and long. Caught near the sticks. It's Harris. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. And the Rainbow Warriors come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Lost to throw again. Makes the grab. It's Harris. He gets it past the 30, and they'll get him out of bounds at the 32. They'll line up for a second down play. Davis looking to pass. Hauls it in.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Gets it out fast. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. This drive's been productive so far. Already picked up a couple of first downs, now out close to midfield. Looking to throw on first down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Second down, they'll go to the air. This time it's complete. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. A run for the quarterback. Makes it past the marker. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. The Rainbow Warriors kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Using the quick game. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain, but makes life really easy on me on second down.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes, he's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
Davis will throw. They'll run the screen. Powers through the defender. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it at the 12. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
I like the running back there on the route, the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
Looking downfield on first down. He's got his man across the middle. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. The quarterback sneak, looking to eke out a few yards. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? Quarterback sneaks ahead. Sneaks it in.
These close games a lot of times come down to who executes late in the ball game. That was a late game situation, nice execution, and now they got the lead going into the half, and they have all the momentum.
And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. They held the ball for 15 plays on that touchdown drive. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. They'll come out and take a knee, and that should send us to halftime. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Men, nice to see you actually showed up for today's broadcast in paradise, given all there is to do there in Honolulu. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. And with that, let's say aloha once again to the guys inside Aloha Stadium.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. Georgia will kick it deep to start the second half. Bringing it back. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Hawaii has it back as they send the offense onto the field. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with that.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
They'll start this one from the 29 on first down. They'll ride the hot hand. Defense there to stop him after a 2-yard gain to the 31.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping him up, getting him on the ground, take away that run game, make him one-dimensional, put him in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Makes the catch. It's Barfield. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Harris. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. And the Rainbow Warriors can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Got him downfield. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Davis looking to pass. He caught it. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. Quarterback will keep it. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. The Rainbow Warriors pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Might be changing the route. From the gun, he'll try to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. Trying to find the end zone. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On first and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
Now on second and goal. Trying to punch it in. Touchdown, Hawaii! And they take it in for 6 more points. And these guys just score from anywhere out there? After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and they'll get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
Bringing it out. Makes a move. Oh, what vision. He's going to get loose. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He is a field-flipping machine. Take it on one end, return it to the other.
And now you get to celebrate. What a beautiful job. We always talk about defense. We always talk about offense. But, man, when your special teams come through for you and score, it is huge, and it provides such a boost for the crowd.
Lining up to add another.
Kicker on for the extra point.
And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Always expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category.
Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Davis will throw. Got his man quickly. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Back to pass. Makes the catch. It's Barfield. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30.
Man, a great job by the QB finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
Turning it on! That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. We've reached the end of the period, and Hawaii is on top. 3 quarters are in the books. Time becomes a factor both in trying to hold the lead or cut into it as we take a look at the stats. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. The handoff, keep working on that clock. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. Dances away to buy time. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be 3rd down.
I'll tell you, when this guy's in a rhythm, he never misses. And you've seen that in this game. Very, very accurate up to this point. That time, though, a little bit out of rhythm, and I think that's why he missed that throw.
Quickly complete. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down.
And you just get the feeling that this defense has to find a way to get off the field and get the football back at this juncture of the game, trailing late if they're going to win.
The inside handoff. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Davis looking to pass. Makes the grab. Gets him down at the 30 after a 15-yard pickup. They are threatening, and they have a first down.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football.
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Give to the back. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. On the run, it's Sims. Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. Boy, they love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. He'll sneak it. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. You already have the lead. Scoring is always good, but milk the clock, and it will be your friend. With the run on 1st and goal. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line. No farther than that. No gain on the play. And the Rainbow Warriors inside the final minute trying to hang on to this lead and the ball. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. Give to the single back. Looking for the end zone. He's not going to make it to the sticks, and what a stop against one of the best 3rd down offenses in the country. Timeout is called with just a single second left.
Timeout, Hawaii.
And the field goal unit stays put. They will try to deliver the haymaker. And he crosses the goal line for the late touchdown, and that one just might finish this baby off.
Some would say run out the clock. Some would say I don't need to add points. But here's the thing. It's your job to stop them on defense. Now, listen, the handshakes, they might get a little bit interesting after this game, but the offense did their job.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He stopped the return right there, and that will do it. This one is in the book. It's really the most common type of upset we see every year. The home field advantage is so big, and especially when you have a ranked team come to town, they love to play spoiler.
Yes, and what needed to happen happened in this football game. Something good to happen early to get the belief and to get this crowd involved. And when the crowd gets involved, Jesse, it changes the game, and I think it had a lot to do with the outcome today.
I agree. I'll tell you, regardless whether this team is ranked or unranked, when their home crowd is like they were today, they're tough to beat, period. And you know this crowd and these fans, they're going to be celebrating this win for days and days to come.
One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Aloha from Honolulu and home of the Hawaii Rainbow Warriors. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on a team from the Mountain West, the Hawaii Rainbow Warriors. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. The Rainbow Warriors will get us underway with the opening kickoff. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Off play action on first down. Throws to the wideout. Pulls it in. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking for a man. It's Beck. That's caught. It's Johnson. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. Offense gets set for second down. Looking to fire. With the catch, it's Johnson. Gets it up to the 35-yard line before going out of bounds. And the Canes are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Wants to throw it. Fires to the wideout. Snagged in the middle. It's Daniels. And he was off to the races. Finally tripped up at the 36. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
And the Hurricanes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Motion from the wideout. They'll run it from the gun. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. The Hurricanes come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Quickly to the tight end. Breaks into the open. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped. The Canes trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. They'll run play action. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. They'll try to dial up a better one this time on 2nd and goal from the 5. Back to pass. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Canes! Quick strike through the air for the score.
How about that first drive by the offense? Usually script the first 10 plays. Well, I had one extra. It only took 9. Great job moving down the field, stringing plays that look like other plays together, and getting this opening drive touchdown.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So Hawaii's offense has the ball for the first time. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass in coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the fan. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups, which makes it hard to run offense. And this is a group that, yes, they tackle well, they see the football well, they break on it well. You better worry about the ground game. You better get some kind of deception going against this secondary.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
They'll put in play from the 41 on 1st down. Quarterback making checks. Davis will throw. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
And the Rainbow Warriors are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Bully ball on 3rd and short. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. 1st down here for the offense. Wants to throw on 1st down. Makes the grab down the middle. No chance to run, but they still move it forward.
Yeah, this is simple pitch and catch. Quarterback and wide receiver have done this 4 million times in the offseason. He catches, waits for him to take a couple steps, and boom, fires it right on his chest. They can complete this probably with their eyes closed. They've ran this route so many times together.
The Rainbow Warriors come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. And there were some collisions in there, and the D finally stops him short of the marker.
4th down coming up.
And here they come going for the 1st down on 4th and 2. They want to throw it. Big man has it. It's a 1st down and more. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks. They'll snap it from the 30 on 1st down. Wants to go up top on 1st down. They get to him as he throws. Fires to the tight end. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the 1st down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Rainbow Warriors with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Looks as if he's going to run it. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played 1 period. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the 2nd. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Handoff to the lone back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Gonna sling it on 2nd down. Makes the grab on the left. Touchdown, Rainbow Warriors! Haul that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score. The extra point here would tie the game. And he tacks on the extra point.
Nice pitch and catch. This receiver and quarterback have done this thousands of times. Finds the open man, throws a strike. The receiver does the rest, gets into the end zone.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. Snags it on the right. All by himself down the middle. Touchdown, Miami! He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. So, guys, we'll get another look at this offense. Davis looking to pass. He's going to throw deep right side. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on 1st down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the 1st half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the 2nd half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
The Rainbow Warriors are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, the power run here. He's not even going to make it back to the line of scrimmage as the defense gets big-time penetration. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They've already converted a 4th down in this game. They'll try to make it 2 for 2. Complete out of the backfield. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
And and they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
Got his man. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33. And the Rainbow Warriors have their offense in high gear. To the air on 1st down. Just a short pass to the tight end. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the 1st down. The Rainbow Warriors can really attack on this 2nd and short. He wants to throw it again. Makes the grab. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down. Whistle blows, and this is the 2-minute timeout, and these guys have a chance to take the lead before halftime. And the Rainbow Warriors will line it up on 1st and 10. Run in the red zone, it's Barfield. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
Gain of 3. 2nd down coming up.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. Davis will throw. Fires it incomplete. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds a soft spot in the middle. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the 1st down. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. On 4th down, looking for the completion. Got it! And he'll go down, but he has enough for the 1st down. The defense calls the timeout. They're 2nd of the day as they try to get their act together.
Well, I think the defense was even caught off guard on that one, guys. Not seeing the field goal unit trot out onto the field. They had a golden opportunity there to make a stop and get the ball back without surrendering any points. They couldn't do it, though, and now all of a sudden their backs are against the wall.
The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page.
And wow, the defense was in there quick, fast, and in a hurry and shut that run game down. Like, they were ready for that 2nd down now. A little more space for the offense, backed up, a little more room to operate and try to maybe find some windows to throw a football.
Well, short completion, setting up 3rd down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
And he gets home again, continuing his production. Last week, 2 sacks. This week, already a sack in the 1st half. This guy has been on a sack terror.
And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. It's good. That'll bring him to within 4.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
Returner will field it and try to get some field position. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the 1st half. A little misdirection and the handoff on the counter. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Men, nice to see you actually showed up for today's broadcast in paradise, given all there is to do there in Honolulu. And there's no more fitting place to begin than with this stud receiver and how he's dominated the first half. Some guys have the ability to elude and evade. This young man is a true three-level threat. Short passes, the intermediate game, and then the deep ball, he is a problem. And I don't think this defense has the solution. And with that, let's say aloha once again to the guys inside Aloha Stadium.
All right, Kevin about ready to get things cranked back up here. And the Canes will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Hawaii ready to go back to work on offense. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half run. Ball bomber out of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they got to. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the second half so that they can win this game.
Fires to the big fella. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Quarterback making adjustments. Davis looking to pass. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. That's caught. It's White. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. The Rainbow Warriors are marching down the field. The quarterback keeper. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made a tackle.
It's fourth down, and they can make the field goal from here, but it looks as if they're going to leave the offense out there. Quick strike complete. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
I love the aggressive nature offensively there. It's fourth down, and you're going to try and go for it. And you have so much confidence in your quarterback to be able to make that play, come up with a good throw, keep the drive alive.
There he goes. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5.
Well, you wonder if one of the adjustments they made at halftime, trailing in this game, was to try and get the ground game established, David, and they're off to a good start here.
Dang right. Stay patient. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to press. Just try to get scoring drives together. Don't abandon the run.
Just missed on the connection, incomplete.
Timing has got to be so critical when you're trying to throw the ball down close like that. They didn't have great timing on that one.
Davis will throw. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
Well, the defense is making some big plays here right up against their own goal line. They forced 2 straight incompletions, now setting up third down. You're expecting pass again. Is this a...
Touchdown, Hawaii! They take the lead with the 6. Field shrinks. tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Iowa State delivered the type of thrashing generally reserved for homecoming games in Ames. Thing is, this was a road victory, and a win like this is going to resonate throughout the Big 12. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. And the Canes come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. Snagged out of the air. He picks up the 1st down, brought down, but not before he put that dude in a blender. And the Hurricanes with the 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Got it in the middle, it's Johnson. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27. The Hurricanes moving quickly to the line. These guys have staggered around a little bit in this one. It would be a really good time to get things going if they want to hold off the upset bid. Touchdown, Hurricanes! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. On the run, it's Barfield. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. We've reached a break, and Miami is holding on to the lead. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Handoff to the single back. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
You got to give this defense credit because they have bottled this guy up all game long. He's one of the best running backs in all of college football. Everybody was expecting him to have a big one today. Don't tell that to this defense, though. They've played with great effort. They've gotten hats to the football, and they have been able to shut him down.
They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10.
There's a reason 3rd down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at 3rd down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
Davis looking to pass. The quick out. He goes out of bounds right at midfield. They've done a really good job creating the matchups they want out of the slot.
Yeah, dude, get that guy matched up on a linebacker. That guy matched up on a safety. Keep him away from the corners by putting him in the slot. Get him the football, let him make plays.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
This upset bid has been brewing since the start of the game, seemingly, and they are in a world of hurt at this moment, guys.
Yeah, keep the pedal to the floor, right? Don't let up. You've done a great job. You're the perceived underdog. You've taken control of this football game. Jesse, you got the formula right now. You got them right where you want them.
Yeah, they've thrown caution to the wind in this game, right, David? I mean, they came in knowing they'd have to take some chances and they'd have to be open and free, and it's worked to their advantage. Now's not the time to get tight if you're the underdog winning this game late.
Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one.
And that's a really nice route by the wide receiver, just understanding I got to win right now. I got to get inside of that guy, and I know I'm going to get contact. You run over the middle of the field on a slant, you're going to get hit. Nice job securing the catch, making the play.
Fires to the big fella. That'll be enough to give them a first and goal from the 10.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long games. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
So now the opportunity to take the lead with a first and goal here.
Blue 42 strong. Blue 42 strong.
Davis will throw. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
Nice job by the defense, forcing the third and goal. You can't allow any run after catch in these situations. Play aggressive, play tight, and play physical.
Looking to throw on third and goal. Wide out trying to get it in. Touchdown Warriors! They've got the lead here in the fourth.
Who can you count on in those big moments? Who can make those big plays? Who do you trust? And they trust the receiver to run a go and to run right by the DB. He makes the play, breaks the tie, takes the lead for this football team.
On the run from inside his own 5. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. This drive will open from the 15. They'll start this drive going to the air. Grabbed behind the line, it's Fletcher. And they pick up just a few on that completion. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running, second down coming. Wants to go up top. Grabbed over the middle. It's Fletcher. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. Oh, what a move. Quickly complete. The offense gets a quick timeout. At this point, every second is precious. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Dropping back, it's Beck. He's got it down the middle. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. Looking to throw on first down. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, at the worst possible time. Looking for more room. Touchdown, Hawaii. And they turn it into a defensive score. What a play by this defense with the pick six.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Fielded in the end zone. It's Carr. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
Scanning the field, it's Beck. Makes the catch. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves him with second and short. And they'll spike the ball to try to save as much time as they can.
No gain on the play. It's third down.
The Canes come to the line on third and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. He'll throw on third down. Unloads to the wideout. Complete in the middle. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. And they'll get to the line and spike it to stop the clock.
No gain on the play.
They're dealing with a second and long. Looking to fire. Caught over the middle. It's Fletcher. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. A hostile environment can have a major impact on even the most composed, well-prepared team. So how much did the crowd play a factor in this upset?
Well, this is what makes college football so great, the home crowd and how they were able to impact this game. No doubt about it, David, they played a big factor.
And they're still jacked up, and they're still excited. They play a big factor, and it affects everything. College football, road atmospheres, they're tough. Even when the team isn't ranked like they weren't today, these are the types of moments that can jump up and bite you.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.